Sand Hollow, a land where the untamed beauty of the desert meets the thrill of the unknown. Last time we traveled through this untamed landscape, we enjoyed every minute of it in our 22 Toyota Tacoma. But this time, we return hungry for more in our 2022 Chevy Colorado ZR2 Bison. With our tires aired down and our ZR2 Bison poised for adventure, we set our sights on the endless sands ahead. We knew the desert would test us, challenge us, push us to our limits. But in this unforgiving terrain, only one question remains. Would we conquer Sand Hollow, or would it conquer us?
Here at Sand Hollow, we are getting prepared to run a trail, and we are currently airing down the tires with these nifty air down tools that we got. We're at about 25. If we need to go lower than that, we will. We are going to be attempting and hopefully completing Wayne's World. Now, it is a little bit of a harder trail. We're a little worried about our approach, but worst case scenario, we turn around and come back out and try something else.
In perfect honesty, we had planned on completing Wayne's World today, but here in a little bit we're going to be changing our minds, so just FYI, this is going to be kind of more of how to get your vehicle through Sand Hollow unscathed. Or maybe not unscathed, just wait and see. As you can see, it is called Sand Hollow for a reason. There is sand everywhere. And no matter which trail you pick, you will be dealing with sand, so plan accordingly. Now, unlike other sand like your beach sands or sands that are found in the Middle East, this sand is different. The locals call this blow sand, which basically means that the hotter the sand gets, the harder it is to drive on. It almost, when it's over 100 degrees, becomes super powdery. So airing down is pretty much your only way you're gonna get out of here alive, or at least without calling for a tow. Now, I said that we were starting about 25 PSI. That's typically where we like to start airing down at, and if we need to air down further, we will do so. Typically, the lowest we've ever aired down is around 15, 14 PSI, just because we do not run with beadlocks. Will we be airing down more today? Well, you'll just have to wait and see.
This is the first obstacle. I would go a little driver. Right there, perfect, straight up. Now passenger. Yeah, you can turn passenger now. Right there's perfect. And then just straight. Straight. Right there's good. Right there is perfect, yeah. That was good. That looked good.
So one of the major issues with Sand Hollow is it's super easy to get off trail and lost. And by off trail, I mean on a trail you didn't intend to be on. We were unsure if this obstacle was actually an obstacle on Wayne's World. So we decided to pause, back the truck up, and take a look. Turns out that this obstacle was the correct one to be going up, so here we go.
Start going driver a little bit. Right there is perfect. You're gonna climb just great. After we get over this hill area, yeah. You're gonna level out. It is sketchy. rednecked our flag
Again.
so we don't have a flag holder. The worst thing about the Colorados is they don't really have a good place to put a flag.
Like Toyotas and trail buses, they got a good spot for flags.
They do. You can make it work on the Toyotas really well, actually, because of those bed tie downs that they have on the top.
And the trail buses.
And the trail bosses, the big Silverados, work really well. But the Colorados...
Put a strap, duct taped it to the bed.
So strap and duct tape. The duct tape solution didn't work at first, but now we were using a strap. We
Put it to the
taped
island.
it to the strap
it's good to go.
itself.
I'll show you later.
It's fine. It's so
Insert
redneck.
footage here.
In case you're unfamiliar with Sand Hollow, it is required to have a flag so that people can see you over the sand dune. So if you're in that area, you have to have one, which honestly is pretty common with any area that has sand dunes. So if we come back, we're gonna have to find a better solution for this flag.
Okay. There was a rock on that side you almost touched. That is perfect.
See that rock now? I couldn't see it because it's powerful. Fully locked.
You did a good job.
We're doing it.
Good. Just go straight up. Perfection. To passenger right. That looked easy. I think you can go either line you want.
Overall, the truck was doing well, but we finally reached that one obstacle we knew we wouldn't make it.
Reached the spot where we think we're gonna have to do a bunch of the bypasses, which we accidentally were doing anyway. But this is extreme. So this takes you up there. Yeah, I don't think we have the approach. You're flexed in the rear. Nah, we're not gonna get a tire on it at all. Yeah, we're gonna have to take the bypass. Look like it on camera, but even if we had 33s, with our approach, we wouldn't. We might be able to get a tire on it. Maybe, but I don't think so. It's huge, and I know it doesn't look that way, but it's about 36 inches tall. And yeah, no, I don't have a tape measure for all you people who want a tape measure. I'm not going down measuring because I don't have one. But just judging on how tall I am, it is a decent size compared to me. And so we're gonna take the bypass and yeah, and continue on the trail. We're just kind of playing in Sand Hollow. So yes, we're not completing all of Wayne's World, but we will do the pieces that we can. Whee, sand.
My transmission. Light it gear down, power out. One more try, I'm gonna lock it second. Alright, we'll give her a hell. That's all she's got.
Don't worry, we weren't stuck. We actually just backed down and took the easier line. And honestly, Sand Hollow in this specific area has so many different trails that connect. There are a lot of bypasses that you can take for easier lines if you need them. So as you see, we took the a bypass around that last obstacle. But since we were already in the heart of Sand Hollow, we decided that we were going to try to get to a connector to try to do some of the other trails that we have had marked. And of course, those lead to other obstacles.
Sprint!
And sprinted I did.
Things about navigating Sand Hollow is there aren't very many signs. So we're on something that's completely an unmarked trail, but it's a trail. But it's kind of fun. So it's kind of like we started on Wayne's World. We went through a little bit of razzle dazzle. Now we're on something that's unmarked, but it's sandy. It's got some cool rock obstacles, but it's nothing too hard. So I think if you're afraid of trying some of the stuff in Sand Hollow, don't be, because you could easily bypass or back up and go find something that's just sandy and a little bit of rock. So we're now going towards some other trails, apparently. We'll see what the day takes us.
And as you can see, those trails that we were following eventually led us to the heart of Sand Hollow and Sand Mountain. Now, we've always wanted to do some awesome bowl running in this sand area, and this bowl up here is really cool, and so of course we were going to try it. So sorry the clip is so bouncy here, but it gives you the idea that this sand is not completely soft. It's soft where you'll get stuck, but as far as running over it, it has quite the whoops and bumps as you do this. And of course, we were having such a great time that we didn't think about where we were going to stop, because I wanted to get you guys outside footage. And then this happened.
Ash. Yes.
Oh, we need traction boards.
No, I'm not stuck yet, but I'm locking it up and we'll try to get out.
Down more and Everett dug a little, so we're gonna see. We apparently stopped in the wrong spot. Yay! Freedom!
So finally, here's that outside footage of the sand run we promised. Only took some minor digging.
Made it up to the area of Sand Mountain after having to dig out for a minute.
We didn't have to get it.
But almost had to get traction boards out, but the man, the myth, the legend made it work.
It's pretty deep, pretty sandy.
As you can see, here is the Sand Mountain area. We got the Tacoma stuck basically right over there at the tippy toppy of that peak, which it looks way different right now because they were way tippier looking.
We were stuck right there on that one just above the heart spot.
Yeah, right there.
That's why I went down backwards.
So Dane went down backwards. But so far we're just kind of making our own trail and it's been kind of enjoyable. The worst was almost getting stuck, But that was because we ended up in a really deep spot when we stopped. We shouldn't have stopped there. If we would have just went up like another 10 feet, we would have been okay. So be careful where you stop if you come to Sand Hollow. But as you can see, the flag is still holding. And so we're having a good time.
Originally, I had no intentions of making this a two-part video, but Sand Hollow is such an awesome place, I don't want to rush it and I want you to share the true experience with us. So in our next video, we'll cover the western half of Sand Hollow and what happened to our ZR2 Bison. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.